Sometimes it's just nice to go and check out a simple film at the cinema, a popcorn film. And Rampage is exactly that. Rampage, of course, being the biographical film behind the life of Rampage Jackson, the star of A-Team. Isn't that right, Heather? So Rampage is the latest video game film adaptation to come out and hit the cinemas. If you remember the Rampage video game, it's basically about playing one of three monsters, the wolf, the lizard, or the gorilla, and just smashing shit up and eating people, and yeah. Now, with such a complex premise as that, can the film really live up to the hype? I don't know, but we're going to discuss it now today. My name's Dylan.
I'm Heather.
And this is You're Wrong, the Great Film Debate. All right, Heather, you were the one who really wanted to see this movie.
Yeah.
Why'd you want to go see it?
It looked fucking cool.
Yeah.
It looked cool.
Did it?
Yeah.
Why? You just wanted a popcorn muncher?
I just wanted something out of it, and it just looked, because at first I'm like, oh yeah, it's another thing, based on a game.
It's got a rap song in the trailer.
And then I'm like, oh, it's another rock action. Oh yeah. And then
You
the
forgot
trailers came out.
You forgot the important part.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson's actually super charming.
Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, let's go watch. And then we saw the trailer in the VMAX cinema, and I'm like, I want to see that movie. I want to see this movie. I think it'll be fucking awesome. Smashy. And because I don't normally go in for those movies, but
you do go in for those movies. Don't lie.
So good.
You love those kinds of movies.
So good. Oh, it was epic.
So I take it you enjoyed it then.
Yep. Thoroughly. Thoroughly enjoyed this movie.
So to sum up Rampage really quickly, a secret piece of evolutionary technology, whatever, it's a bit of MacGuffin, gets exploded in space and it crashes on Earth. It's man-made MacGuffin. And three animals are infected by the MacGuffin and they start to grow and become increasingly more aggressive. That's the basic premise. Now, on top of all that, we have... What?
Yeah, no, aggressive's fair. I'm just
saying... They
say
say that specifically. It increases their aggression.
I know, but they become like... They were content, at the time, that they're content to just stay in the environments they're in. They're upset and aggressive, but they're controllable. The gorilla anyway is controllable. But when Bitchy McBitchface sets off a signal that starts driving them insane... They're already
aggressive. They're just not in the city. And you've just given away a massive piece of the plot, too.
They end up in a city. You see that in the trailer.
Yeah, you don't know why or how. So at the center of all this, there's Dwayne Johnson playing Davis Okoye. Okoye? I don't know how to pronounce that. Do you remember how they pronounced it?
I'm not even going to attempt
it. I can't remember what his ethnicity is either, but he's definitely playing his ethnicity, which I thought was kind of cool. Polynesian. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Right.
I've heard it. Yeah. Anyway, which I thought was kind of cool. It's not a big deal. They're just like, that's where he's from. Who gives a shit? Moving on. Yeah, he's brown.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you don't think of him as a brown actor because he just doesn't
He's
play...
an actor. All actors are actors.
You know what I mean? Listen, it's the same thing as with the Indian girl and the Indian wife in Blockers. There's a culture that goes with that, and you assume that because it's not white culture, that it has to be displayed in front of us so that we can understand it.
Okay, all right, no.
But instead, it's just no, he's that. Does
Yeah.
it really matter about his family? This is not about that right now. Okay, he is that. Moving on. He's got shit to do. There's a giant gorilla running around.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah,
right,
I don't know. It's just a touch. I don't know. Maybe it's because of his star power. He's like, all right, I've played Maui. I've literally played the greatest Polynesian god of all time. I refuse to have a Caucasian surname in any movie ever again. I'm done.
That's fair, even though his surname's pretty.
Well, that's
Caucasian.
That's a colonist thing. I don't know. Maybe he had a white daddy. So yeah, he plays a primatologist, and his best friend is George, an albino gorilla with a tragically predictable backstory.
Fuck off.
George is the gorilla.
That was just great. That was adorable.
Anyway, George gets infected by the virus and goes on a rampage, you might say.
Not straight away, though.
No, not straight. Well, actually, yes, straight away. He does actually go on a rampage straight away.
Well, no, he
kills a grizzly bear.
Yeah, but didn't the guy say the person, the other dude that is in the movie that works with the primates,
the little fat guy,
the vegan,
The little fat guy?
Yeah.
The skinny guy?
Not the one that shits himself, the one
The little fat guy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, him. He, like, says how there was something happened to him while he was in the gorilla enclosure, so he decided to go away, and then he ended up in...
He got infected in the gorilla enclosure. That's what happened.
And then he ran, and then he ended up in the other enclosure and tried to get away, but then the bear...
Got shitty.
And then he snapped the bear's neck.
Yeah, something like that.
Like a toothpick.
Like a what? A toothpick? Can't say that.
Why not?
Because it's racist.
How is that racist?
Just double checking.
Mr. Oh, I'm brown, let's move on now. Fucking.
I'm sure that's what he said at the read-through.
Yep.
One of the producers was like, Okoye, could we just call him like Carter or something? And he stood up. He picked the little producer up by his tie, and he went, I'm brown, let's move on, and put him back down. See these tats? You can't wear them if you're white.
Oh, I want to see that footage.
That'd be fucking
That'd
funny.
be great.
So, oh God, it's a simple fucking premise. The animals go on a rampage. There's evil corporate baddies doing evil corporate baddie shit.
You know what? That fucking had me. So the opening scene
Oh God.
is
Yeah.
Dylan hated it.
Oh, I just thought it was stupid and melodramatic. The
But
opening
it was
scene
setting up
is
just how much of a fucker that bitch was.
But you don't.
I think it demonstrated. I liked it because it demonstrated from the get go. These are like there is no in between.
Yeah,
They're not trying to do anything nice.
But you can
They're
do
fucking
that.
evil.
But you can do that without trying to like pluck my heartstrings for some random person I don't give a shit about.
And they had to show. Well, and they also had to show the how the things got to Earth. Otherwise,
Yeah, I don't know. The opening scene is a woman on a satellite, and they're like, "Oi, bring us back our experiment." And she's like, "I'm trying, but there's a giant rat trying to kill me."
She's like at the escape pod, and she's like, open the hatch. The entire crew is dead. The thing is after me. It's near me. I need to get in the hatch. And then on the intercom, Bitchy McBitchface says,
"Go get my shit.
yeah,
and then you can get in."
You either have the
It's the
get
only
the samples,
satellite in the world that won't let you access the escape pod yourself.
Yeah, it's like you either get the samples or you don't come back at all.
It was stupid.
And so she
It was
has
stupid.
to go.
It's a big dramatic, like, "Oh no, she's dead," wah, moment. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Why do I give a shit? I don't know her.
Like, so what? You would have rather
just
if
over
they
the
had just
top.
showed her like in a hurry.
I
trying to
don't
do
need to see her
something.
at all. I don't need to see anything. All I need to see is the satellite explode. I don't give a fuck. Why do I give a shit who she is? I don't care. It doesn't matter. She means nothing to
I disagree.
anybody.
I think I think it was very well done.
But it doesn't
thought it
fit
was
the
good.
tone of the movie. The movie
It does
is a
fit the tone of the
stupid
movie. It
No,
does
it
fit the
doesn't!
fucking tone of the movie.
It's a stupid Smash Stuff movie.
fuck off. No.
Yes!
No. Fuck off. I saw you tearing up right at the end.
I never teared up.
You did.
And
at
I
the
would
end.
fess up.
You did. You were
No,
getting
I
there
didn't.
at the end.
I was yawning. I'd had 4 hours sleep. That's the truth. Don't you be shaking your fucking head at me, woman.
Shake my head all I fucking want.
I'm going to go through this whole podcast and I'm going to display a wide array of emotions very quickly so that you have to spend hours editing my fucking chibi. Yeah, eat shit. All right, let's talk about the cast for a second.
All right.
We've gone slightly off topic. So we have in the cast Dwayne Johnson as Davis Okoye.
Yeah.
We have Naomi Harris, who you might know as Moneypenny, the current Moneypenny, as Dr. Kate Caldwell, who is basically like the discredited scientist who comes to save the day.
Yeah.
Marlene Akerman as the bad guy, Claire Wyden. I don't know why she's
in
put
a
ahead
lot.
of...
She's in a lot. I just can't.
She's been around. She's been around.
Yeah, I just can't.
You'll recognize her.
Yeah.
And Jeffrey Dean Morgan, God bless his little Texan soul, as what's
That
guy's
made
name?
you very
Harvey
happy.
Russell. I remember seeing the trailer. So Jeffrey Dean Morgan was probably the only reason I went to go see this fucking movie. That and like the podcast. So
He should have died. There are so many times
Watching
in
the
this
trailer-
movie that people are like, I kept going looking over at Dylan, and I'm like, oh, well, they're dead.
well, watching
Like-
the
Like,
trailer.
that is all bones broken in your body. You do not get up from that shit. You're
The-
gonna get eaten.
There's a rule in film where, like, if they're a really great actor but they're not introduced at the start, they're like the eccentric guy in the middle, they're dead by the third act.
Yeah.
There's a rule. I don't like this rule because TV does it all the time. They bring up some new awesome character and then they kill them, and you're like, oh, but fucking Blondie Blankface over here, they need to go on for another 3 seasons and get paid $1 million a fucking episode. Sorry, I'm still bitter. It's a supernatural thing. Anyway. Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays the what do they call it? Other government agency, OGA.
Yeah. Other government agency.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan comes in and he survives the whole movie. Spoiler. I mean, we always do spoilers on this podcast.
Yeah.
But, oh man, that was a man having a good time. He fucking ate that movie.
He just pops up.
They call it chewing the scenery.
Like, he just randomly starts rocking up places and saying something snarky.
What a
and
legend.
Then leaving. And then just leaving. And it's like, the fuck how did you get there? It probably took them 30 minutes and you're there with like, ex machina and moving on. It's just, but I didn't care. That was the other thing. And you know what? It is the shit in this movie, like, okay, it's obviously unrealistic to think that this shit could happen.
He added some colour to it, not to touch on the brown thing again.
But like, so it's obviously a very unbelievable movie. Like, it's not, it's
a stupid smashy movie.
But, and if it was anyone other than Dwayne Johnson, I would have been like, fuck this movie.
The shit he gets away with. The shit he doesn't die from.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there and we're watching it and I'm like, okay, he should have died. But
he crashes like three helicopters. He's in like 3 different air vehicles that crash.
Yeah.
And he's in them when they crash. Fuck that.
I won't give away again.
Maybe that's not fair. Naomi Harris does it as well. She survives a lot of shit.
Again, it's in the trailer where like they're in the plane, it's going down, and she says like, we're gonna die," and
he's like, "Yeah,
probably." Well, in that scene, they're the amount of pressure that would have been in that plane, and they're going down fucking fast, plummeting towards the earth, but he's managing to climb up.
If
to
it were
get
anyone
the
else, I'd be like, it's bullshit.
And
I believe
like,
it.
You know what? You got the most believable person to do that stunt.
You've got your own magician there. It's like, I believe it because he did it. He's just so large.
There's another bit. I'm not trying to give away, but they're in like crumbling city, and he jumps as a building's like coming to pieces.
He should be dead. He's already been shot by that point.
Like, you're dead. You're fucking dead right there.
He's been shot in the stomach before he did that.
Yeah. But
he's
like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, when they're on that plane, there's an instant where he gets thrown, like his ass.
You can tell that wasn't a killing throw. He was fine.
It did look like a kill. It was his fucking spine, head, and like arms. His whole body. He went into Family Guy fall, and then he was still.
Don't you bring that filth onto my podcast?
Fucking parachute.
Don't you bring that filth onto my podcast?
I'm okay with it. Okay, you know what? No, the Jeffrey Dean Morgan, that to me was like, oh come on,
I'm
happy he was in the rest of the movie. But that's a little bit much.
It's a stupid smash movie. Okay. I was watching it looking for like the parallels between the 3 main protagonists and the 3 monsters. Like, which one of them is the crocodile? Jeffrey Dean Morgan's definitely the crocodile.
No.
Yeah, he's the crocodile. He's a big meanie. No. Well, Naomi Harris definitely isn't the crocodile.
No.
There's no parallels. I was just looking for it. I'll tell you what was interesting. You've just had your rant, all right? I get a rant now. I'll tell you what was interesting was that in the background of the bad dude's office, they had a Rampage arcade game.
Yeah.
I thought that was a nice touch. Perhaps a little too obvious, but it was a nice touch.
That was pretty cool. There was
Was it true to the source material, you ask? I mean, yeah, there's no source material. I don't remember there being a story to that game. There were 3 monsters. They were of those different species. They all smashed some stuff and they all ate some peeps. Yeah, I'd say that they hit all the bases for the film.
Yeah, no, that's accurate.
Yeah, they did it all.
Well, would you watch it again?
God, no.
No,
I hated it.
I would.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a treasure. Dwayne Johnson was charming. Naomi Harris was lots of fun and held her own against both of them. But no, I was bored out of my mind. It was so stupid. I would not watch that again.
I would.
No way.
I would. What'd you rate it? Then?
Out of what? 5 or?
We do it out of 5, so yeah.
Like a 2. 2. Maybe 2.5 or a 3. I don't know. I don't care for it. No,
I wouldn't put it past it. I love the movie, but I wouldn't put it past a 3. When you run through the criteria that we normally go through, I'd probably put it at about a 3. But I would say
2.5.
Go and watch. It's worth the watch,
no,
even if you just watch it the once. It's not worth the watch.
No.
It is worth the watch.
Wait for it on DVD.
Fuck off. You may host this shit, but I'm allowed to state my opinion as well.
And I'm allowed to disagree. Guess what? Because you're wrong. The Great Film Debate. It's not worth the cinemas. It's definitely not worth the cinemas. Download it illegally.
Just what we need.
Find one of the Pirate Bay proxies. They don't give a shit. We're in Australia. We haven't got the internet to illegally download. Okay, so was there anything else that really stood out for you?
Not really. I thought that the brother evil person was a bit of a fucking joke.
I mean, the whole movie was a bit of a joke, but whatever.
But I didn't think he was necessary at all. I just think you should have just had bad boss bitch and some pleb that barely spoke.
That's him. That's what he did.
No, but they tried to make him something, and it was like
they didn't try to make him anything. They tried to make him pathetic.
He's
the face of it all, but he's the useless face.
You're saying you didn't need the space station thing. I didn't need that shit.
No, whatever. All right,
I just needed some monotone motherfucker that just looked at her and went, That's what I need.
Whatever. All right, so Rampage. Controversial? Yes. Divisive? Yes. Dwayne Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Jeffrey Dean Morgan? Yeah. Naomi Harris? Yeah. Look, it's a stupid Smash movie. If you like stupid Smash movies, you'll like it. If you don't like stupid Smash movies, you probably won't like it. Jeffrey Dean Morgan's always fun, so, you know, if nothing else, you might enjoy him in it if you're dragged to it by a couple of mates or whatever. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Dylan.
I'm Heather.
Don't forget to like, subscribe if you enjoyed this, even if you didn't. Check us out on Facebook and on our website, secret-source.media. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Later.